can count. Good for you.
And you can count on me waiting for you in the parking lot.
But why some say the move? Why choose
Is good. Rams win it, and on to Super Bowl 53 they go. It's held in a There's something in your face. It was paid.
Is broken up by Tatum. Tipped off.
That is true. I forgot I made the channel intro. Oh my god, we were having a conversation off stream. Sorry. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Parking Lot Show, where we don't make offers references here. So sorry that we're not going to do that. But today is a great day because today is another Offsides debate show.
Yes.
And Joey shows up.
I'm joined by my guests. Let's get them all in here. We have Alex on the left up here. We have Tanner.
Hey.
We have Chris. And we have Joey. You don't have to have your cameras on, so it's okay, ladies.
Yeah, I'm doing a thing that'll come into the debate a little bit later, but I'll just leave it at that.
Oh, that's right. You told me you were gonna do that.
Yeah,
We'll leave that question for last then.
May I say something real quick?
Go ahead,
Yeah.
Joey.
I hope Seattle, you better take care of Grubauer. God damn it. God.
I just realized. Okay, I'll go on a quick little tangent. I just realized though that I just got fucked over because they signed Grubauer, so now Joey Decor is gonna go back to minor league hockey.
He
Fuck's
is my
sake.
favorite. Grubauer is my favorite player. I bought his retro reverse jersey.
That's right. He bought his retro jersey.
Oh, boo-hoo. Let me play a sad song on the world's
Let's get right into it, boys. We have.
But you know what?
Yeah?
I really, really hope Grubauer turns out like Fleury and I
hope so
Fleury.
too. And I hope Fleury gets his
Grubauer's
ass
a great
kicked.
goal. Can we all agree on that?
Ooh. Anyway, back to the conversation I had.
Yes.
Billy's making fun of you in chat, Joey. By the way, you should probably go kick his ass.
I'm not reading the YouTube chat because I'm not on YouTube.
Billy just said, "Ha ha ha! You have not goalie."
Low blow.
Anyway, let's get into the topic at hand. Boys, are we ready? Are we excited? Because it's an offside debate show.
Yeah.
Yay.
Alex, we're gonna leave that question that you're planning for the second one.
Save it for the end. Let's just get the other shit out
Save
of the way
it at the
first.
end? Okay, cool. We're gonna go to question number 1. So, it's gonna be like the same concept. We're just a shittier version of Around the Horn. So each person is gonna go once. You say something controversial, I mute you. Let's go into it, and then we'll have time to rebuttal each other. First
Let me
question.
just say this. Sorry, let me just say this. We're better than Around the Horn because we at least have the dignity not to make fun of a pitcher just because you can't speak English.
That's that's first take.
No, that's first. Yeah, whatever.
That's first
you
take.
get what
Anyway.
I meant.
All right, our first question. So with the Olympics going on, this is a question I think a lot of us have had deep thought in because we noticed that there are definitely some sports out there that are really fucking weird.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You have the power as the head of the IOC to remove a sport and add a sport. What are you going to do with that power?
May I? All right.
Joey's going to go first.
All right. I'm not sure what sport to remove. However, the sport I would add would be bowling. I would add bowling.
Okay.
Because bowling is a lot harder than people think.
No, he's right. I agree with him.
And I also think it would be really entertaining and fun to watch these guys and women just bowl on not just national TV, but like worldwide
The Olympic
TV.
stage.
Literally the Olympic stage to see who can knock down the most pins. There's just something
That would
in
be
that.
great.
You know what? And the sport I think I would remove would probably be fencing.
Fencing.
Because I feel like people would rather watch bowling than fencing because a lot of people, don't get the nuances of fencing, don't get, different stances and tactics. People get bowling.
Mhm.
People know how to bowl. Pretty much everyone's bowled before,
Okay.
and it's an easy to grasp concept.
Remember, like I said, your rebuttals are saved for after the everybody's done. So, next up, we'll go Chris.
All right. So this, I'm gonna do a two. I'm gonna do two here. I will get rid of badminton and table tennis, and I would keep baseball and add either cricket or American football because baseball is on an international level. We've seen it in Japan, Latin America, parts of Europe, here in the U.S., Canada, and it should stay as an Olympic sport. Table tennis, it's only dominated by only one country, and it's mostly like a sport that you would play in a frat house in college. Badminton is the same. It's a weird sport that I honestly don't understand. And I think with like if we put American football, some people say, "Oh no, it shouldn't because it's only going to be America." Other countries do play American football.
Yeah, that's
It's
true.
just not as common. Like there is an American football World Cup, and it was in the Olympics in 32. Was it the when it was in
Yeah, it was in LA. That's when
LA?
that's
it
why they
was in
built the Coliseum.
Yeah, it was a
Okay.
demonstration sport. So I think it could be done. If we have rugby, which is it's just another version of football, then we could have American football in it. That's what I think.
Okay.
Just keep baseball. Cricket is another sport that could be because it is a really popular sport in India, Australia, Europe, South Africa. And get rid of table tennis and that
Okay.
and badminton.
Okay. Tanner, are you gonna go next?
Yeah. Like Chris, I would get rid of table tennis, but I don't know what sport I'd add. I can think of one.
See, you just really hate
But-
table tennis and just want to get rid of it.
I just we'll save it for later.
Yeah, kind of.
I'll ask later.
There's this really cool sport out of Ireland, but only the Irish would medal in it.
Oh, is it? Is
Drinking.
Is it strongman?
No.
Is
Have you
this
guys ever heard of the sport of hurling?
Yeah.
Hurling is really cool.
hurling?
Wait, that's in Scotland too.
It's
Yeah,
a Gaelic sport. It's a Gaelic
It's a Gaelic sport. That
A
sounds
Gael-
about right. So probably Norwegian.
I would-
Norway's probably play it too.
Yeah, that's probably do.
It's
If,
like a mix of hockey.
if I could have a demonstration sport, I would add it to that. but
Hurling.
Hurling.
Okay, I'm looking this up.
Yeah, look it up. It's
Hurling.
really cool. I've seen it. It's really cool.
H-U-R-L-I. Hurling sport.
It's yeah.
Wait a minute, isn't this lacrosse?
No, it's like
Kind
Field
of like lacrosse, but
you're mixing field hockey and rugby.
yeah.
Frank's just
Okay,
like,
yeah,
whoa,
so it's
whoa.
like a mixture of field hockey with a field like soccer.
Yeah, or rugby,
Yeah.
and like the goalposts look like a rugby goalpost.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Okay. All right. Tanner, is that the end of your points?
yeah.
Okay, Alex, close it off.
Yes.
For the opening arguments.
Well, this is gonna be tough. Well, to be quite honest with you, I'm starting to think I kind of agree with who was it who recommended we remove table tennis? Because at the same time, it feels like a frat
Chris,
sport. to-
Chris was first, and then Tanner also backed him up on it.
Yeah, but actually, to be quite honest with you, I would rather we remove soccer. But let me get this. I know this is such a hot
Whoa.
take.
Whoa,
Okay.
dude.
Leave your rebuttals for after he's
The world's
done.
most popular
Leave
Well,
your
well,
rebuttal for
well,
after he's
hang
done.
on for later.
Shush,
on,
shush,
hold up.
shush. Let Alex speak.
Let me explain why. We already have the fucking World Cup. Why do we need this? This isn't even like well, I mean, it's not competitive, but at the same time, it feels just so artificial. Like they're just bringing players to show up. No one's bringing their A game to this. You don't see Latin American countries throwing millions of dollars to keep all their homegrown players there. This is literally it feels like a B League team. It's like if the MLS, I hate to say it because I actually love the MLS, but it's like if the MLS of the world just somehow competed on the stage. It feels like an afterthought. So I'm just saying, like if I want to watch a greatest competition of world teams playing soccer, I would watch the World Cup.
Okay.
Are you adding a sport?
Yes,
What are you adding?
touring car racing.
Touring car racing. Could you explain a little bit?
Well, the thing is, it's different to Formula One, and the thing is, look in the events of Formula One. You don't see any of the impoverished countries. You don't see any of the underdeveloped countries like competing. But the thing is, it's not like snow sports where, like in Cool Runnings, where you have to borrow like some other country's facilities. It's something you can do. Just go buy like a BMW M5, find yourself a local track, and boom, you could train a new generation of racing drivers. But at the same time, though, I hate how people deem it that it's not, they have motorsports ruled out, but at the same time, it takes talent to do that. Ayrton Senna, for example. Brazil could have medaled if he actually had that chance back in the 90s to actually medal in something related to motorsports. And, so forth for the United States. Our NASCAR drivers or Formula One drivers, the Finnish have dominated in the world of motorsports. Think about it. You would revolutionize the world of auto racing, and on top of that, add a completely different culture mixed in and appeal to a much broader audience. So the kids who are like me, who are fixing cars and watching Top Gear, and pretty much just enjoying anything in relation to cars.
Before I open it to the floor and allow people to just, because I know at least Chris and Tan are gonna go against Alex. Before we do that, does anybody have a rebuttal against anybody that is not Alex?
I agree with Alex.
Okay, all right, go ahead. So I guess Alex's point is going to be the most controversial here. So
Okay. After Alex said what he said about getting rid of soccer or football, he does have a point, because if it's the men's competition, it is a little meh because it's the under 23 team.
Right.
Okay, maybe not get rid of soccer completely. Maybe keep the women's one, because the women's one send their A game. Now, I would add different disciplines to motorsports.
Mm-hmm.
Put one for the street and one for off-road.
Ooh, I'd like that.
Yeah,
True,
that's a good
French
idea.
would
That's
be
a good
good at
point.
rallying.
That's a
Yeah,
good
I
point.
like that.
Like have off-road, like for mountain, maybe there's like a valley, like a Dakar.
I'd like that. Yeah, Dakar
Yeah.
rally. That'd be good.
The Dakar, like something like that. I would do that.
Sounds good.
Does anybody have any more agreeances? I kind
Wait,
of like
let
the
Jo-
idea of bowling, I'm not gonna lie. I actually
Did Joey
really like
talk?
that idea.
I agree with bowling.
I like the idea of bowling. Joey gave the idea of bowling.
Fencing thing.
Yeah, I don't know
I
about
don't agree
fencing.
with-
Fencing's the one that's a little bit weird.
Fencing's always been there, though. Then again, they got rid of Greco-Roman wrestling this year.
Yeah.
And it's always
Oh
been
my
part of the
god, Joe
program.
Rogan is so pissed that there's no Gecko Roman
And
wrestling
that's
anymore.
always been in the
He's like the
program.
biggest supporter of it, bro.
Gecko wrestling? That's awesome.
Yeah,
What is it called?
the
It's like I don't know. It's not It's like, is it Greco? Is that what it's pronounced?
Yeah, it's a Greco. Sorry,
Greco,
I just
my
put
bad, sorry.
Gecko in.
Because it's
Yeah,
wrestling.
I know, I said
They call it
Gecko.
wrestling, but it's the Greco-Roman style.
Yeah, no, Joe Rogan's like a big supporter of that. Like on multiple shows with like athletes, he'll be like, he talks about how like those guys hit hard.
Yeah,
But I guess it's under
what,
like,
there was a-
well, I guess like I was about to say it's under the same things of like why the NFL is like a little bit cumbersome because of all the injuries. But then again, they kept rugby, so I don't know.
I'd like to ask the panel a question.
Go ahead.
How do you guys feel about esports going into the Olympics?
No.
No.
Okay.
No.
Here's the thing. As much as I love esports, they still need some fixing because the leagues themselves are bad and they have a lot to fucking work on. With the leagues that I've watched and the esports that I have seen, it has a lot to fix. As much as esports is exciting, as much as it's great to watch, to me, if you ever like actually sat down and watched an esports match, the thing I can compare it to is a baseball game. If you're a person who hates how if you are a person who hates how slow baseball is nowadays, or the
people.
fact that you have to wait for all 3 pitches, the fact that it can go into a long stint, it doesn't go quick. If you hate that fact, you're going to hate esports. Because obviously people love esports because the highlight compilations and people hitting headshots and people getting these fragged out plays are great. They trend a lot, and Twitch gets a bunch of viewers just watching video games. But if you were to actually like sit down and watch a full match, it is baseball boring of waiting for those headshots and those flicks and those frags to happen. It's cool when they happen. They're great. But you got to sit through and wait for it.
Those moments are cool is because they don't happen all the time.
It's still very much strategy.
I can see them I can see them getting in eventually, but
they gotta still work on their games, and they gotta still work on getting a good appeal. Esports can do it. It has the appeal and the fan affliction for it, but they gotta still work on a game that's actually gonna keep people interested the entire time.
Japan and Russia would dominate.
It would probably be like something
US
that they
could
would do
be
like
up there though. I wouldn't say US gets absolutely creamed though. US would be there. I think the countries that are gonna give each other a hard time is US, China, Korea, Russia,
Japan.
They practically invented it.
I mean, if anything, if esports was gonna be a thing, it'll probably be left to like the fan center or like the cultural whatever they have.
Because the problem,
I think they can actually do. I think they can actually do something. They can actually get to a medal to where they're medaling.
It could just go on ESPN 8, the Ocho.
I haven't listened to esports in Spanish, but now I want to.
No,
ESPN the Ocho, the
ESPN
parody one
the Ocho is like a once in a year thing that ESPN does because in the movie
Pepper needs a new pair of shoes.
In the movie Dodgeball,
competitive.
That was a competitive dodgeball thing.
Do you guys? Sorry, on an unrelated side note, my favorite moment of that is when Vince Vaughn's character is at the airport and you see Lance Armstrong make that little cameo when he sounds like they're just trying to kiss his ass because this was the year after he beat cancer. I think this was one his second to final Tour de France win. But I just can't. It aged so badly. I just can't stop laughing at it.
Oh
and
my God!
It convinces him to fix his own match at the end. I'm sorry.
No. Oh
it
God,
fixes it.
No.
That part aged so badly.
Oh my God. But anyway, going back to Tanner's point, esports being an Olympic sport, unfortunately, the games need to get to the level where it's enjoyable to watch. It's great to play, and I think esports has that same value like baseball, like football, where a younger audience enjoys watching those highlights and then will go play it themselves, because that's what sports is in the long run. If you think about it, it's sitting watching a game that you enjoy watching professionals play, that you then get up off your couch and go do it yourself. Right. There's a reason that the term chucking the pigskin happens every Thanksgiving. Because you watch the Thanksgiving games before your meal, gets to halftime, you go outside, you throw the pigskin around. That's how it works. Same thing with esports. You get, like, if you watch them, you get excited to play the game, and then you get up and play the game yourself. The unfortunate thing is that I need a game that is awesome to watch and definitely skillful enough to require professionals to be at a level higher than anybody else. There's a lot of factors that need to go in it. I think it can, but it takes a lot to get into that. We got a little bit of time. Why don't we?
Baseball stays.
Wait, Frank.
Yeah.
Who won that debate?
There is no winner.
There is no winner.
There should be, just for fun.
I'm not picking a winner because then somebody here will throw a fit.
If we have a little bit of time, if from the events that are going on right now, I would get rid of the skateboarding one.
Yeah, that's been such an injury magnet.
Has skateboarding going terrible?
This is so bad. It is terrible.
When did they add skateboarding? When did they add it?
This year.
Oh no.
Okay, because I just found out today skateboarding was an Olympic event.
I found out yesterday that they had 3-on-3 basketball. Why?
Okay, I will keep the 3-on-3
outdoors.
Basketball.
They play 3-on-3 basketball outdoors with stands.
I would keep the 3-on-3 basketball. I like that.
God.
DJ
the 300,000.
DJ just put in chat. Joey lost the debate by asking about it.
Shut up.
I mean, it was the surfing was. I didn't even watch the surfing event, and supposedly, what was it? Sports climbing is a thing that you climb that fake mountain thing.
Oh yeah, because I was in the Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games events. I knew sports climbing was.
Wait, all right.
Okay, fine. I'm a video game nerd. Whatever. Sue me.
Hey, wait. Off topic, real quick.
Yeah.
So will the next Summer Olympics happen in 2024 or 2025?
No, 2024.
Ask
24.
IOC. It's probably 2024.
Ask IOC.
Same thing like the
They call-
NBA and NHL had shortened seasons so that they can get back on track to starting back in October.
Shit, so we'll have Olympics again next year because it's gonna be
Yeah,
winter.
winter's next year, guys.
Yeah.
Enjoy it.
All right.
So we're gonna
You know what?
have
I was going to ask. Well, actually, no. I'll still ask it. So then, like, really quickly, you don't need to explain it. But now the same question, but Winter Olympics.
Yes.
Yeah, what the hell can you add though?
Ice fishing.
Snowmobiling.
You could go hard for ice fishing, bro.
Supposedly, there's like a sport similar to hockey, but it's played with a ball.
I'm still waiting for that Jamaican hockey team that they
I believe
promised
that's
us.
called
That's
shinty.
Jamaican a hockey team. What? They're gonna make
They-
a cool running.
They
sequel,
promised us a
probably.
Jamaican hockey team, and then I also saw videos, a documentary about a hockey team in South Africa. I'm still waiting for them to make it to the Olympics.
I mean, winter's more. I don't know. Winter's more is harder.
All right, we'll just
Come on,
move on
we
to the
all-
next question then, because Billy has been asking about the title. Don't worry, Billy. We're not clickbaiting you. Here it is. So, as we all know, as a lot of us have talked about multiple times on this show, we don't like ESPN. We really
No.
don't.
Boo.
But I
But
wouldn't say I just like them.
I
but they
think-
could improve.
I think the question I want to put here is like you can hate him or you cannot hate him, but to go specifically in depth. And this is after the rumors that their stories from Aaron Rodgers, the way that they handled the summer of 2020, and as well as right now handling the Big 12 situation, as the Big 12 came out blaming ESPN for blowing Oklahoma, Texas out proportionally out of the water. Is ESPN hurting sports media? Like, is it hurting the way you look up sports, you watch sports, you hear about sports?
No,
Joey, go first.
it's not. That would be like saying TSN is hurting sports because they like to worship Toronto, as annoying as that is. It's like saying Fox News likes to hurt sports because they don't have good commentary. It's like people's opinion. Sports media is literally about opinions. Literally, that's what it is. Unless a reporter is actually stating, here is the facts of what happened, I am not adding any of my opinions. But that's not how sports media works. Sports media is just having figureheads talking about stuff sometimes they don't even know. A la Stephen A. Smith talking about the MMA or hockey. So, no, it's not hurting it. It's just getting in the way of the real sports fans trying to actually find out what their favorite commentators think. And that bleeds into the whole problem of celebrity toxicity in American culture or in the Western culture, which is a whole separate topic. But no, what's hurting sports media is, like I said, the toxic celebrities that inherit it.
Mm-hmm.
There shouldn't be talking heads. You know who it should be? It should be people who've actually played the sport before. It should be, it should be Eli Manning or Peyton Manning or like John Gruden, or like players and coaches.
Mm-hmm.
That's who it should be. So no, I don't think it's hurting it. I just think it's getting in the way of proper sports fans or even casual sports fans enjoying it to the fullest extent. Do I think it's hurting it? No, because it's making the NFL a ton of money by talking about it every single day of the year. So, I
agree.
So I think it's more about the toxic celebrity culture in Hollywood.
Okay, Chris, with those points now, your thoughts?
For once, I'm gonna have to agree with Joey. Actually, this kind of dates back to the turn of the century between the uh 1800s to the 1900s, how journalism was back then, that they would make up some weird headline to catch, so people could read the papers back then.
Mhm.
That's what they're doing. Like, they're trying to get people to read their headlines so people could tune into them and see what's going on. And they're just going to say like one little thing. It's like, oh, we don't know what's going to happen. Yeah, they need to get people who know about the sport. Like, this whole thing with Aaron Rodgers at one point was just getting annoying to people. I'm like, dude, just either sign with a team, go to a different team, or stay in Green Bay, dude. Like, no one's pointing a gun at you saying to get out. It's kind of like how ESPN, and this is how when ESPN did the whole thing with LeBron when he was coming to Miami. Like, dude, like, just say you're coming to Miami. That's it. Don't make a big hoopla about it. You're saying, I'm going to Miami. I'm going to play Miami. That's it. Boom. Yeah. End of story.
Y'all remember when we were making the joke about how JJ Watt tweeted this free agency is wild? We all went, that's confirmed. JJ Watt, Minnesota Wild. Let's do
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah. Everybody's depending. Like, everybody sees something.
It's
on
the little
social
things.
media.
Like, they're like picking out the
Yeah.
little tiny things.
Yeah, because they want to look at context clues. They want to look at.
I
Like, dude,
remember
it's just-
I remember hearing on the Pat McAfee show, like, Aaron Rodgers hired somebody to clean his house after 2 months. I'm like, really? That's what we're gonna do to assess if he's staying in Green Bay or not?
Shut up.
He hired
Oh
a
my God,
cleaner.
shut
That's
up.
annoying.
Like, shit like that. Like, but like they didn't take that so seriously because they need something.
Yeah. It's annoying.
Alex, your thoughts?
Honestly, ESPN, with all due respect, just seriously, they need to really phase it back. Honestly, I think the thing is they're banging way too hard on their personalities. Like, do you guys remember when they had Stephen A. covering fucking UFC? Seriously,
Oh,
the
God.
He still
good
does.
personalities they have
Yeah, I
existing.
remember that. That was horrible.
The good personalities they have existing, they're stretching them way too thin. Meanwhile, like, their program, I don't even know what to talk about. It's just so bland and repetitive. They're the only reason people are so tired of hearing about the shit with Aaron Rodgers. They're tired of hearing like the same thing when Tom Brady was looking. I mean, yeah, he did end up switching sides, but they were discussing that for well over 3 seasons. And just, God, you guys just need something to talk about. Just shut up already. Like, seriously, I can't even begin to describe how out of step they are. The fact that literally every other sports YouTuber, Fox Sports 1, NBCSN, they're miles ahead of what ESPN now are. ESPN are an absolute shell of who they used to be. The ESPN,
Oh, yeah.
seriously.
On Sports Center, that was amazing.
Okay, well then let me ask you this then. The fact of the point that ESPN is running out of things to find out about, so they take any little thing to try and get a news story out. Is that not happening with everybody? Like, isn't everybody trying to find just something to talk about?
It is, but there's people that manage it well. You don't see NBCSN or you don't see Fox Sports 1 constantly blasting the same hashtag or the same trend just because they're desperate for views.
Okay.
I mean, they at least keep they know that it's a downturn, but they keep an eye on other sports. Even if they're in the doldrums, they keep an eye on golf, they keep an eye on tennis, and they find ways to make it engaging and exciting to watch. ESPN they don't give a fuck. They'll be like, oh yeah, and there's a guy winning the British Open. Okay, they'll give like 5 to 10 minutes of coverage about that, and then move on, and then go back
That's,
and
that's a lot. Like,
You know what
2
they could
minutes.
do? You know what they could do? They could just
What?
for hockey. And I'm being completely unironic here. They could hire the hockey guy. People would watch him because he knows what he's talking about.
Wait, sorry, your audio was a little bit cut out there, but who's the hockey guy?
On
YouTuber.
YouTube, the hockky guy.
Oh,
YouTuber.
it's a YouTuber.
yeah, I know that guy.
Oh.
That guy's pretty cool.
Well, I mean,
Like,
like
they
ESPN has a
should
hockey
consider-
guy. ESPN technically has one in Barry Melrose.
He's gonna screw it up.
Oh, jeez.
I love how I just mentioned that name and everybody here just
He's more
Like-
focused on his looks than talking
It's
about.
like-
actual-
Have
Look at
you
McFarlane.
seen that mullet? I would be too. His
guys,
flow
wait.
is fresh. Fuck you.
Guys,
Frank,
also
he was your coach.
I have to bring up
Damn right.
I have to bring up another thing. And
Okay.
the other thing is, let me just preface this by saying this. I'm not going to state a political side. Obviously, we're not here to talk about politics, but I
Right.
will acknowledge one thing.
Right.
The fact is, let me ask you gentlemen this. Where are the majority of the most successful college teams of the past 15 years located?
In the
South.
South,
In the South.
And what political party takes the biggest majority down there?
Republicans.
Right.
Yes. Now, I'm not going to disagree with any of the beliefs, but think about it. All the NBA bubble. I'm not going to. Let me just preface this by saying I'm not against BLM or anything like that. But at the same time, though, what is one frequent protest that the Republicans have been railing against for the past 3 years? They've been against the Black Lives Matter protest. Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but I'm not going to state sides. However, you have to know your audience. And the thing is, ESPN is alienating so much of their fan base with that. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the political stance, but the fact is they just did it 100% wrong. It's one thing to make a stand. Exactly. It's one thing to take a stand. That's fine. But the fact is, if you're plastering it all over your network, if you're trying to broadcast this to just obscene levels, kind of like what Autism Speaks used to do.
Holy shit! Colorado got Darcy Kemper.
Wait,
Fuck
what?
off! They did not.
Colorado got
Fuck off! They did not. Oh, I'm gonna lose a fucking fit if they did.
We got fucking Kemper.
No, they fucking. They did.
What do you need another goaltender for? What the fuck?
They traded Grubauer. They lost Grubauer.
He was a free agent.
Grubauer signed.
Look at General. Look at the General team.
Oh my god, no! God, okay, that's it. It's confirmed. Fucking Arizona's blowing up the team.
All right.
Oh, dude. Oh my god.
confirmed.
Arizona, hey,
It's confirmed.
Arizona just snagged one of our minor leaguers from the rain.
It's confirmed. Arizona's blowing up their fucking team. Arizona's blowing it up.
Fuck.
Arizona's
Also,
blowing it up.
I
Fucking
finished
hell.
finished the tier maker. Now I want to ask you, gentlemen, if and a
Okay.
second.
Okay. Frank. We traded Connor Timmins, 2022 first rounder, and a conditional third round pick from the 2024 draft.
Oh, for Darcy Kemper?
Yeah.
Darcy Kemper's a beauty, but holy shit. Oh, Arizona's blowing it up. Arizona's blowing it up. They're blowing it
Oh
up.
my
They're blowing
God.
it up.
And I don't know if you guys heard this, but the Kraken traded Vitek Vanacek back to the Caps for a second round pick in the 2023 draft.
They traded him
What?
back?
They traded Vanacek back.
Vanacek, the goalie that they took in the expansion draft, they gave him back to the Capitals for draft picks?
Yes, for a second round pick in 2023.
So this is
Yeah,
now
I
the
think-
third player that Seattle has drafted from their expansion draft that they then traded.
Holy shit.
Because they traded Pitlick, McDermott, now Vanacek.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that Seattle's not going to the Stanley Cup Finals next year.
I don't think that's what they're eyeing. I honestly think Seattle's trying to make the Stanley Cup Finals in the next 5 to 7 years.
Well, because
I
they
mean,
really
they-
want to be Vegas.
I mean, they got Grubauer. They got Grubauer.
Yeah, they decided they signed Grubauer, so now they have their goalie.
And they also have Dredger, so they really. I mean, hey, you know what? The Caps just got their goalie back, I guess. So, hey, good for them.
All right. Anyway.
Next topic.
All right, Alex.
Tanner hasn't talked yet. Tanner
Oh
hasn't given
yeah.
his
Okay. Actually, Alex. Before we move on to your tier list, let's have everybody finish the topic because Tanner
Yeah,
hasn't
go
finished.
for it. Go for it while I'm working out the kinks
feel-
on this stupid thing.
I feel like ESPN is an entity that time has passed by, and they refuse to adapt. They pioneered the format and a lot of the talk, like 24-hour cable sports news that FS1 and the others follow, but those networks have kind of gotten with the times. ESPN is not. I mean, if you look at it, they've pretty much banned Pat McAfee
Right.
from
Pretty much.
the network, and I mean, ESPN is in a very precarious position. Either they're going to start playing ball with the rest of the modern world, or they're going to go the way of the dinosaurs as cable's dying.
Anybody else have any
pretty
points to make before we move on to the last and final point?
Nope.
Okay. I I guess this will be a debate. We'll go into the debate question first. Then we will then have a tier list because I guess we're gonna throw
I have
that
a
in.
tier list. I'm almost done on
We'll,
it.
we'll throw it in the
you
end.
guys discuss it
I'm
while
gonna
I.
ask
You
the
guys
question
discuss it
first.
while I.
So the biggest news that broke this entire weekend, besides NHL free agency, and also Rogers, is that University of Texas and University of Oklahoma are pulling out of the Big 12 and have proposed to join the SEC. With that being in mind, because like this proposal will go through because ESPN is in control of college football. With that in mind, like let's say this didn't happen. Let's say Texas, Oklahoma stayed in the Big 12, but ESPN came to you and said, I want you to realign these conferences to make it entertaining for TV. What do you do? I'll give you some time to think about it. In fact, let me pull up some Jeopardy music and then we'll go from there.
No, that will give us copyright strike.
Will it?
Yeah. It's copyrighted.
I will do then, I don't know, I'll just type in thinking music.
Frank, I would put the Air Force in the SEC.
Oh my.
Oh, you're
No.
fucking...
No.
Oh, geez.
No.
Also geography.
No.
I'm obviously joking, guys. Gosh.
Oh, here.
Da, da, da.
No, don't do no, I got it, I already got it.
While we're thinking though,
Yeah,
GM Ron Francis.
I'm gonna play our old hockey intro song. We'll just play that.
Frank, while we're thinking, GM Ron Francis talking to the media. We picked Vanacek in the draft, expecting to be part of our goalie tandem. We didn't expect Grubauer to make it to open market. 6 different teams called about Vidic once Grubauer agreed to terms. That hurts my soul.
I thought Grubauer agree with the Avalanche. That's what
No, he was a free agent this year, and we didn't get to him in time. But then again, we also did sign Landy to a 8-year, $7 million deal,
thing on the chat. But the thing on the chat wasn't it like not a 9 for 5 or something?
No, 6 for 5.9, which equals out about to like $37. So 6 years for $37 million.
And he rejected that offer.
No.
I thought that was with the Avalanche.
That's what the Kraken gave him, and he signed.
Geez.
So yeah, Philip Grubauer is a Kraken. I'm probably gonna buy his jersey.
So you got 2 of your 3 big pieces signed. Right?
Yep, and then we did not have anybody besides Francois in net. So we decided to trade for Darcy Kemper.
Oh man.
So
all right, guys.
but you know what?
Guys, music's over.
All right, yeah, I don't know. I'd probably leave them at the way they are. Maybe take LSU out. And like put LSU. I don't know where you could put maybe put LSU in like because any division you put LSU or Alabama, they're gonna dominate.
True. Good point.
Okay.
Good point.
So like, if you want the most competition, you have to leave LSU and Alabama where they are.
Yeah.
It depends on the sport too.
Well, I'm obviously
this impacts all sports. It's not just football.
Unless you're Notre Dame, which in that case, hey, just pick whatever fucking conference you want to join and join in that night. You know, I feel like an SEC volleyball. Fucking hell! How many conferences are Notre Dame a part of?
I definitely think the Mountain West division needs to be realigned, though. Like something has to happen in the Mountain West division.
You fix the Mountain West?
Yeah, something has to happen to Mountain West to make it actually fun to watch.
Do you want more teams or less teams?
I want more competitive teams than just Air Force. Hold on, let me look up the teams that are in the Mountain West. Oh,
I got them.
That's another thing.
I have them right here. I have them right here.
Yeah, because you have the fucking tier list. That's actually funny as well because Air Force, Army, and Navy, all the 3 college football teams of military divisions all play in separate conferences.
Let's see. Yeah, so they got Hawaii, they got the Air Force, Boise State, Colorado State, Wyoming. Wait. Wait. University of Las Vegas is in the Mountain West?
Yeah, UNLV is Mountain West.
You never knew that?
Yeah.
UNLV.
When did UNLV join the Mountain West?
They've always been in the
Since-
Mountain West.
Like, they've been in there for a while.
Huh, I guess I've just never seen Air Force play them.
Well, because they haven't been good since the 90s.
Also, I'm fucking pissed. The Barstool president wrote a unicorn and said that Tucson is one of the greatest cities in the world, and I wanted to fucking
No.
punch my
Oh,
monitor.
God.
Oh wait, they're actually being realigned.
What do you mean?
Really?
Mountain West is split into 2 football divisions: the Mountain Division and the West Division.
Well, yeah, the Pac-12 is split into 2 as well, because you got the
Yeah,
North and
Pac-12,
South.
Pac-12 is North and South.
Wait.
Okay, well, I'll let Joey ponder that. Does anybody have have they been thinking about? Oh yeah, this is what I want to do to college football teams. Chris, go.
Okay, so if anything, do a merge with the ACC and the Big East, or with Conference USA. Give those schools a little bit more of exposure.
Are you taking every single school from those conferences, or are you pick and choosing?
If it's with the Big East, it's picking and choosing because some of them don't have football programs, but they do have great basketball programs.
Oh,
I would
that's
love to
true.
see Duke versus Xavier or Georgetown.
Oh, that would be great.
Or Georgetown with North Carolina. ACC basketball is really good.
Yeah, ACC basketball and Big East basketball both are good. But what about Conference USA? That's an interesting pick though. Why Conference USA?
Majority of the teams are in the East Coast.
Okay.
There are smaller schools though.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's why I was curious about the option to go Conference USA merge.
If I would say mostly for monetary reasons, because you do have teams that are small or mid, like you'll have them exposed more out there on TV where they could get more money. Like this is where you have FIU, UCF, teams that they're not as funded as well, but they could use some of that ACC money.
Okay, Alex, before we go to your list,
let me set it up real quick while you guys discuss it.
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait. So what is the independent division?
So independent is just
free agent.
It's not free. It's basically teams that don't want to put themselves towards conference schedule.
Like
My
Notre
dad
Dame.
has explained this to me so fucking much because he's the biggest like fucking old time Notre Dame person I know who goes, Notre Dame should be in the ACC because they have a bunch of teams and we have a fucking history about how we have contracts with teams and there's history behind the teams we play. And I'm like, you get your ass kicked by Clemson every year.
So do the independent division play each other then?
So no, independent teams don't play each other. Independent is literally just you're not tied to a conference schedule. If you join the Pac-12 or the SEC or the ACC and you ever look at their schedules, 12 out of their I think 15 or 16 games are set, or not six, or however many games. 75% of their schedule they have to play teams in their own conference.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you're independent,
to just make their own division.
I don't know. It's just like
Gentlemen,
the thing with independent teams is that they're just they can make the schedule however they want. They can play whoever they want. They don't have to be tied to having 75% of their schedule.
Gentlemen, I also made an error on my tier list. I forgot BYU was actually independent, and I thought they were in the Pac-12, but I just excluded them.
Okay, hold up, time out. I don't care that you didn't think BYU was independent. That's fine. You thought BYU was in the Pac-12? Fucking excuse me? Mr. Tommy Trojan, how the fuck did you think that BYU was in the Pac-12?
Let me remind you, I barely remember that Colorado and Utah have been in our division since they realigned all this stupid shit and killed the Pac-10.
I thought Chris was old, and Alex can't remember that Utah and Colorado were in the Pac-12. Tanner,
I did a report on the Pac-12 once.
Tanner, if you have a opinion about football conferences, say it. If you don't, we'll go right to Alex's tier list.
All right, but we'll discuss this over, and I'll give you
tier list.
All right, we're going over to the tier list.
Play my screen.
Yeah, I see your screen. Damn it.
What we got?
Okay.
It's loading. All right.
So, gentlemen, let me present this. So, as you can see, these are the teams in either the Mountain West or Pac-12. But the thing is, kind of like with the realignment, I want to have a hot take. Honestly, though, some of these programs have been so outdated to the point that they really do not belong where they are. Either that or they're underachieving, overachieving, sus, or honestly, they just need to get the fuck out. But regardless, I'm going to bring up a few teams, and I'll tell you what, I'll give you each 3 teams that from each respective conference. I'm going to ask each of you, and I want you each to pick who should relocate.
So we're not ranking the team. Wait,
Why is
Wait,
Colorado State so low?
That's not that's not based on ranking. That's just the Mountain West side.
Okay, wait, no, but
It's
okay,
just
no,
wrong
but now
also.
my question is, so then what is our choices? So like you give us 3 teams, what is our choices? Because they're staying in Mountain West, and then there's this overachieving and sus thing.
Well, the thing is, we can debate this and decide if they're overachieving sus or underachieving.
So are we choosing whether they stay in their conference or not, or are we choosing whether they're overachieving?
That too.
So we're doing both.
Yeah, basically, if they're
okay.
overachieving, if there are any of the teams out of their respective bars on the tier list, they're going to be relocated unless they're in sus, and we can probably discuss that a little further. But now, anyway, I'm going to ask
Alex,
each of you. Yes.
Either put Air Force in the Pac-12 or put Utah State in Mountain West to reignite that old rivalry. Because remember, Air Force and Utah have rivalry with each other.
I'll put them in overachieving for now. So Joey, I guess Joey's going first on this. Now, Joey, pick a 3rd team.
Colorado State. They're underachieving.
Okay. Wait. Okay, in that case. All right. Anybody else? Because now he's picking Utah State, Air Force, and Colorado State off the board. Now go.
U of A. I swear to God, your most famous player is brain dead Rob Gronkowski. If that doesn't say anything about your university, I don't know what the fuck to say. Get the fuck out.
Dude, seriously though, Rob Gronkowski is good at football, but that's about it.
Here's my hot take. Cal is sus. They are so on and off with their program. Cal is very much either they have a great year or it's a very, very awkward year. I think Cal is very sus with
All right, so you got Arizona and Cal, the Wildcats and Cal. Now, who's your 3rd team?
Oregon is overachieving. Oregon keeps on kicking everybody's ass. Like, Oregon has dominated the Pac-12 every single year.
They're going to stay.
Yeah,
I'll put them in overachieving for now. All right, but now, all right, Chris, you pick a team.
I don't think Chris knows what the fuck's going on.
The one in the Bulldog is that's Gonzaga, right?
That's Fresno.
State.
Oh, that's I thought it was Gonzaga for a second.
Gonzaga doesn't have a football team.
Oh yeah, we're going with football team. I would say
honestly, with these group of knuckleheads, we're going football teams.
Boise State, where are they going?
I would put them. Man, their program used to be so good back then, but it kind of underachieved lately.
So
underachieving?
Sus. No, I'd say sus.
Yeah, it's been sus.
I'll put them in sus. Okay. Other 2?
If this was like in 2007, it would be overachieving.
Bro, 2007 was a different beast.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
ASU was ranked
Washington
in 2007, guys. That's how fucking weird
corner,
it is.
right?
Washington Cougars
winning 10 games.
Exactly.
Cougars are where are the Cougars going? Sus or underachieving?
Underachieving. They suck.
Yeah, that kind of.
Yeah. Cougars haven't been good.
They haven't been relevant since the 90s.
And not only that, but for a special sus, their fucking head coach. I swear to God, he is on crack.
Yeah, great.
He's on
I'm
crack.
trying to look at the other.
Who's their fucking head coach? Because oh my God, he says the weirdest shit in press conferences.
Let's see. Well, Washington.
Oh, nice background there, buddy.
Thank you. It's outdated.
It's outdated. Yeah, it's outdated.
Nick Rolovich?
No, Mike Leach. It was Mike Leach.
Anyway,
Mike Leach is the guy.
Chris, pick your 3rd
Mike
team.
Leach is on crack.
Chris, pick your 3rd team.
That's the thing. Some of these schools have better.
Just go SC
sports.
so that Alex can't be gloating about it. Just pick SC so Alex can't gloat.
No, screw it. ASU then.
Oh, no! All right. Come on.
No, I'm gonna defend them. I'm gonna say they're
I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
Are you sure? Okay.
No, you go. I didn't take him, so go ahead.
Okay. Overachieving.
All right, whatever.
Okay, so we're saying okay. They still got lots to work on.
Tanner, your turn.
Dudes.
I don't think. Yeah, I think the problem is that right now is that we're definitely with saying only Mountain West of Pac-12. Only 3 of us here care. I got the feeling that Tanner and Chris are not really caring too much.
He's probably got a
Yeah,
good
they don't.
I'm trying. I mean, If it was baseball, it would be different.
Well, okay, so well then how about we go up their wheelhouses? Hey Chris, about the ACC, how do you feel about that one?
What, with baseball?
Actually, yeah. You know what's funny? That's something we could actually talk about though. College conferences that have terrible football schools, but great schools and
That's
other
what I
sports.
said about the Big East.
It's a topic
The Big
for another
East
day.
sucks at football,
I'm
but they're
pretty
good
sure
at basketball.
Air Force
Tanner-
hockey is amazing.
Air Force hockey
yeah.
is good. Oh my! I don't think
Yeah.
people even realize it. Like,
Tanner,
Well, okay, the past couple
Gentlemen.
years they've kind of been trash, but other than that, like, dude, they've made it to the
And Pac-12 baseball is good.
like 7
Pac-12
times.
baseball is very good. Gentlemen, though, we need to let Tanner make his picks now.
Tanner doesn't know. That's why we're trying to divert the
Yeah.
subject.
Okay,
Tanner
all right.
doesn't know.
Frank, go again. Go again,
Am I
Frank.
going again?
Actually, wait, no.
All right.
In order. Joey.
All right,
Oh,
Joe.
boy.
Joey,
All
make
right,
your picks.
wait. So what do I do?
Pick
You're gonna
three
pick
teams
three
again.
teams again.
Actually, Alex, I have one that's gonna make your day. UCLA, move them.
Underachieving.
Yeah.
I would say Sus.
All right, Chris, pick 2 more.
SC is fine where they're at. I don't know about Stanford. Stanford has been.
I'd say sus, but actually, no, I'll put them in. Well,
No, they're just now being bad, but they've been good for a while.
I'll just say over.
They're
well,
overachieving. They've been good for a while.
okay, overachieving.
I
All
don't know
right. then
anything about the other teams in the Mountain West.
Stanford.
Yeah, that's
Stanford.
actually for Joey. Joey, since Mountain West is your division, spit out some hot takes for the rest of these teams sitting here.
You guys can all debate it. Pick them as you wish.
Hawaii is good. Hawaii is overachieving.
Yeah, Hawaii is really good.
Really?
Hawaii's overachieving.
Hawaii is really
Yeah.
good. Hawaii's.
Oh.
They're always like in
Okay.
the bottom of the ranking sometimes.
Yeah.
But like Hawaii, it's weird. It's really weird because you wouldn't expect a team based in Hawaii to be that good. But holy shit, their football. You guys realize that Air Force had basically like a 3-year at-home win streak, and the team that took that away was Hawaii.
Oh.
Hawaii was the team that beat Air Force at home and broke their streak. So
I'm pretty
yeah,
sure
Hawaii is
Hawaii-
definitely up there.
I'm pretty sure Hawaii had Jason Elam, didn't they, Joey?
I'm not sure.
Did you say Jason Elamp?
Yeah.
The
The
I think
kicker for the
Oregon.
I really only know
Jason
Air
Elam,
Force,
football
Hawaii,
place
and
kicker.
CU.
Education, University of Hawaii at Mono.
Who are the
All right.
Beavers?
Aspects even good.
The Beavers are
Those are-
Pac-12. All
Yeah,
right, Beavers.
no.
Beavers are
Actually, I do know the
underachieving.
Oregon State Beavers. The Oregon State Beavers are like average.
Yes.
All right, I'll
Great
put them
way
in
to
sus.
describe it. They're
I
average.
personally think they suck, but I'll put them in sus for
They're
fairness.
average.
Fun story though. My aunt, she's actually doing like an online German course with them. My aunt's partner was the captain of the women's basketball team.
Actually, the women's basketball team is actually really, really good.
Yeah,
yeah, it is.
yeah. So my aunt was actually like, and she's kind of friends with her, so that's cool.
The only good thing about the Beavers is they've given us Steven Jackson. Steven Jackson's probably the best running back that school ever had.
Wait, I told you
And
guys.
quarter-
Wait, I told you guys I was in the same building as Russell Wilson once, right?
Yeah, and James Harden.
Well, no,
What?
not that. James Harden
Oh.
never came to a game, although Devin Booker came to a
Oh.
football game. But no, Russell Wilson came to Tempe, Arizona.
Were you playing the Badgers?
No, we were playing Stanford in a women's basketball game.
That's weird.
His sister goes to Stanford and is on the women's
never knew
basketball
that.
team. And
I never knew that.
Russell Wilson
You were
goes
in
to
this-
Russell Wilson goes to her games. So I have photos of I was just standing in student section, and then just Russ is just like by himself, just enjoying the game. Like sometimes like people come up to bother him, but he was just enjoying the game,
Nice.
just watching his.
What's nice
younger
about it
sister
was,
play
like,
basketball.
hey, I'm trying to enjoy a game.
Yeah, no, because like I would expect to get mob rushed, but like he had like some people like saying, "Hey Russ" and all that. Like obviously like the student section were standing there going, "Holy fuck, is that Russell Wilson?" But like nobody like
Guys,
came
but
up,
just
nobody
throw
came to like
tomatoes at
bother
him.
him. They let him watch
No,
the game
to
because
be-
like
to be honest,
Wait,
the problem
Frank,
is that
could
our
you
basketball
imagine-
arena is so old. We don't have like suites. We don't have
Oh.
suites
Wait,
in our basketball arena. It's because it's so
Gotcha.
fucking old. So
Frank,
like
could you imagine if Tom Brady did the same thing?
Bro, I'm telling you right now, if
his
Tom
niece
Brady ever
plays
came to an
softball
AFC
for
basketball
Cal.
game, about like 10 people from the student section are gonna flip his ass off. I swear to God.
No, everyone would either boo him. Yeah, no, everyone would just boo him out of the building.
Oh
Hey.
my God. Yeah.
No,
To be honest,
That
though,
team that looks like a Spartan.
I'll say this though: if I ran into Russell Wilson at my local grocery store, I mean, he's a nice guy off the field. I just fucking hope he gets killed every time he plays.
Another
the
thing
Rams.
that's funny though is that Devin Booker went to an ASU football game before the bubble. If he were to try to go to ASU basketball game now,
Oh God.
he would get mobbed.
Also, we gotta let Joey pick some more teams in the Mountain West. Real quick.
Because I don't know too much about the Mount. I want to do this with everybody here. I
know a little bit of the Mountain West.
I
but
want
Joey,
to hear about your guys' conferences, and I want to hear some hot takes. So Joey, I want to hear
Joey.
about the Mountain West.
Oh, Wyoming once again average.
I'll put them in
Wyoming is
sus.
average.
Okay,
How about San
and I
Diego
picked-
State? I want to hear your opinions about San Diego State.
Actually, San Diego State, I think, are
Well,
little-
seeing as they're better than the Chargers, I would probably put them in overachieving.
hey, they're the only show left in town.
True. Wait. What happened to the stadium they played it at? Did it get blown up?
It's
yet?
bulldozed.
it got
They
blown.
can't blow it up. They can't blow
guys,
it up. No, I saw
Guys.
the TikTok. They can't blow it up
No,
because of
well,
environmental
let me-
reasons.
Let me backtrack on that. Number one, they're too close to a residential area, and they play in a little valley, so the dust would cause an environmental hazard. But I will tell you this: they're building a new stadium, but guess where they're playing in the meantime while it's being constructed?
No
Take
way.
a wild
SoFi?
guess.
No
I know where.
fucking
SoFi?
way.
They're not playing SoFi. They're playing at StubHub.
They're playing at Dignity Health Sports Park? No! The
Oh,
fuck
yeah.
they
Oh,
playing?
yeah.
Wait,
the
wait,
fuck
wait,
they?
guys.
The fuck they're playing
Guys.
Mountain West football in Compton?
Look at that, right? Look at my screen. Look at my screen.
No!
Look at my screen. Look at my
No! The fuck they're playing Mountain West football in Compton? No!
Carson.
It makes a lot more sense compared to the having NFL games out there.
It kind of does.
Aw, poor. I feel bad for the Aztecs because they just got fucked over in this whole ordeal. But they're getting a new stadium now, so
Wait,
they won't
okay,
be
so then, okay, my question is to try and get Tanner in because I don't want to have him feel left out. Tanner, what would technically be the conference you know the most about when it comes to college sports, if you even care?
Big Ten.
Big Ten?
Big Ten.
Yeah,
that's right. Big
Yeah.
Ten.
Because I'm
What?
guessing,
Gophers.
yeah, the Gophers, Golden Gophers.
Yeah. Minnesota is average. We had the like 10 wins season in 2019, but generally we're average. The big players in the conference is definitely Ohio State.
Right.
And
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
yep,
Fuck
Wisconsin
Michigan.
too. Unfortunately,
Fuck Michigan.
Michigan sucks.
Michigan sucks now, guys.
has taken a
Michigan's been shit since the 90s.
You gotta remember, guys, Michigan sucks
downhill,
now.
yeah.
You know what, guys? I'll tell you what we're gonna do next time. Next time we're gonna do one with the
Indiana's
Big Ten and
bitch
another
of the-
team.
I will say though, definitely, I think with the three of us on the bottom here, myself, Joey, and Tanner, we could definitely do college hockey talk. That could be interesting.
That'd be good. I will say this,
Yeah.
guys. You know what? This is actually kind of a fun idea. I figured let's do one with either the ACC and SEC or like the Big Ten and give me another Midwestern conference. No,
Wait.
Big Ten and Big Sky.
Holy
We'll do
crap.
Big Ten and Big Sky.
Big Sky.
Qualcomm is
Big Sky
completely
still exists.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
completely just destroyed.
What is?
It's not demolished, but they took it apart. Like,
Right,
no,
yeah,
they-
no, they had,
yeah,
yeah,
they-
so they have a schedule. They have to take it apart, but they couldn't.
Yeah.
If they blew it up, it would only end in a day. But they couldn't blow it up.
Well, the problem
so
is
they have to actually have to
In their
Take
own
it
words, they
down.
have to take it down brick by brick.
Guys,
oh my
ooh.
god.
yeah, they kind of do.
If
Still
that's
looks
not a sign-
nicer than
that's
the
not a sign that the
stadium in
Chargers
Oakland.
weren't supposed. If
Oh,
that's
yeah.
not a sign that the Chargers weren't supposed to leave, I don't know what is.
Well, I will tell you this though. The thing is, actually, I'm gonna make this an abandoned adventure. You know, the Chargers' old practice facility, it's all still there. Like they completely abandoned everything. Like it still sits
Wow.
there in that bottom of the valley. But the thing is, the reason they couldn't demolish it because it's surrounded by homes along the 15 freeway in this little tiny valley about a mile across. But the thing is, it would just fill up the bowl, the whole little mini valley with dust, and that would be an
Right.
environmental.
And there's also used supplies that at the moment are unlawful in development initiatives to keep it an area protected from contamination.
yeah,
Crews
because
must
the
take
dust.
it down peaks. But oh my god, this stadium is going down with a fight.
All right. Well, we can
Yeah.
have a cool conversation with each other off camera, but let's end the stream just because we've gone on for a while.
Wait! No! We gotta finish this.
Okay, fine. Yeah, finish it. Just make it quick. Like
Okay.
like I said,
All right.
only 3 of us
Joey.
here care.
All right.
Joey,
All right.
Joey, finish the
I'm
Mountain
gonna
West.
say UNLV. I'm gonna personally say UNLV is an overachieving. Then I'm gonna pick. Also say, actually, to be quite honest,
Stanford's overachieving.
Washington. No, I'm gonna put Stanford in sus,
Okay.
and then I put Washington in overachieving because
Colorado
they've been actually
sucks.
pretty. Colorado does suck.
Oh hell no! Oh hell no!
Have you seen the record?
Hell
Oh,
no.
Utah sucks too. Utah sucks too.
Utah sucks.
sucks.
Oh man.
Wait, real quick. Why aren't all the Colorado teams in the same fucking division?
They're not.
I don't know.
I don't know.
No. The Golden
Why
Rams.
is San
they're in
Diego
a-
State playing the Mountain West?
Hey, no, Colorado, because the CSU, the Golden Rams, they're in Mountain West, and the Buffaloes, they're in then the
Pac-12.
Buffaloes in Pac-12. Yeah.
Okay, but
Also, I'm gonna-
why-
finish up
why-
Mountain West.
I just have to say this: San Jose sucks. Fresno sucks.
Oh.
New Mexico sucks. Nevada's sus. That's it.
Most of the Mountain West division sucks.
Yeah, but that's just because that's just the Mountain West.
There
That's
we
just a
go.
All right.
Okay.
I
All
gotta
right. Thank you guys
have
so much
fun.
for watching. We love you all. Thank you
Yeah.
guys. Thank you guys for joining us. And we'll see you next time. We'll try and make it consistent. Okay. Bye. 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 Bye.
But